Understanding Hinduism can prove challenging for non-Hindus, but those who follow it seem to understand it easily. This makes many people around the world wonder, what is Hinduism? For some, it's more than just a religion. It's a way of life, known by Hindus as Sanatana Dharma, the eternal tradition. Dharma and religion are not interchangeable terms. Dharma refers to one's innate qualities, actions, and conduct. There are two distinct aspects of dharma. One pertains to an individual's inherent nature, actions, and behavior, while the other encompasses societal norms and duties imposed upon individuals. We will discuss this topic in another video. To understand Hinduism better, let's explore its beginnings, how it has changed over time, its main beliefs, the many gods it worships, and some interesting facts about this ancient religion. What is the origin of Hinduism? The origins of Hinduism are intricate and diverse, evolving over millennia. Its roots can be traced back to the ancient Indus Valley Civilization, also known as the Harappa Civilization, which flourished around 2500 BC in present-day India and Pakistan. This civilization, celebrated for its sophisticated urban planning and extensive trade networks, laid the foundation for the cultural and philosophical principles that shaped Hinduism. The two major known cities of the Indus Valley Civilization were Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. Harappa was first excavated in 1921. These urban hubs reveal evidence of a centralized state characterized by meticulous town planning, standardized construction methods, uniform measures, and thriving trade, agriculture, and animal husbandry practices. Scholars speculate that its decline, around 1800 BC, may have been influenced by climatic shifts. Hinduism emerged from a synthesis of indigenous beliefs, rituals, and philosophies, with its earliest scriptures, the Vedas, dating from 1500 to 500 BC. As the world's oldest continuously practiced religion, Hinduism stands as a testament to the enduring legacy of ancient wisdom and spiritual inquiry. Hinduism does not prescribe specific rituals or practices, rendering it a profoundly liberal and rational religion. Being the oldest religion, Hinduism boasts myriad traditions, philosophies, cultures, saints, yogis, and scriptures. This rich tapestry can appear complex to those unfamiliar with its depths. While Hinduism boasts a long and intricate history, for now, we will focus solely on its fundamentals. What are the fundamentals of Hinduism? Hinduism embodies both complexity and simplicity. It may appear intricate to those who haven't delved into its scriptures or teachings, yet it reveals simplicity to those who have embraced its philosophies. In essence, Hinduism integrates diverse teachings, traditions, cultures, and philosophies into a unified path aimed at human salvation and progress. The diversity within Hinduism gives rise to numerous interpretations, each holding significance for its adherents. Even a basic understanding of this ancient and fascinating religion provides insight into the worldview of over 1 billion people. With no single founder or scripture, Hinduism derives its authority from an extensive collection of sacred texts that govern rituals, worship, pilgrimage, and daily life. In Hinduism, you'll find certain beliefs common among virtually all adherents. These include, but aren't restricted to, firstly, there's a belief in multiple gods, seen as various manifestations of a singular unity, each intricately linked to universal and natural processes. Secondly, there's a preference for one deity, while simultaneously recognizing and respecting the existence of others within the pantheon. Additionally, there's a profound belief in the universal law of cause and effect, known as karma, which governs actions and their consequences, alongside the concept of reincarnation, wherein individuals undergo a series of births and deaths based on their past actions. The concept of karma often perplexes Westerners due to the absence of a precise English equivalent. Lastly, there's a shared belief in the potential for liberation and release from the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth, known as samsara, through the attainment of moksha, which marks the ultimate spiritual goal in Hinduism. The concept of dharma, or righteous behavior, is extensively discussed in numerous early philosophical texts. It's recognized that not all religious practices suit every member of society. Similarly, different stages of life entail distinct duties, with emphasis on education and family responsibilities in earlier years, transitioning to goals of contemplation and renunciation in later stages. A religious life in Hinduism is not necessarily entirely spiritual. It can accommodate worldly pursuits like material success and legitimate pleasure, depending on individual circumstances. Hindus stress the significance of observing proper conduct, encompassing various rituals, while striving for moksha, the liberation from the cycle of birth and rebirth. Moksha represents the ultimate spiritual goal in Hinduism. How does one pursue moksha? The aim is to achieve a state of detachment from worldly attachments and perceptions, culminating in the realization of the ultimate unity between the individual soul, Atma, and the universal, Brahma. To reach this state, individuals can embark on various paths: the path of knowledge, the path of righteous actions or works, or the path of devotion to God. In Hindu philosophy, two fundamental concepts shape the understanding of existence: Atma and Brahma. Atma, often likened to the Western notion of a soul, holds a distinct significance. It's perceived as the inner essence of an individual, immortal and transcending the constraints of time and space. Atma is more than just a soul. It embodies divine consciousness, eternal and unchanging. In contrast, Brahma represents the ultimate reality, the universal consciousness that pervades everything. It's infinite, unbounded by time, space, or causality. Brahma is the source from which all things arise, including Atma. The crux of Hindu philosophy lies in the relationship between Atma and Brahma. Spiritual enlightenment, or self-realization, hinges upon recognizing the inherent unity between the individual self, Atma, and the universal consciousness, Brahma. Through disciplined spiritual practice, individuals aim to transcend the limitations of the ego and perceive their true nature as Atma, ultimately realizing oneness with Brahma. This realization leads to liberation from the cycle of birth and death, known as samsara, and the attainment of eternal bliss and unity with Brahma, known as moksha. We'll delve into these terms in more detail in future videos. Whom do Hindus worship? In Hinduism, gods and goddesses hold a central place, embodying various aspects of the divine and representing different forces of the universe. These deities are revered and worshipped by millions around the world, each with their unique attributes, stories, and symbolism. Among the most prominent deities in Hinduism is Lord Brahma, the creator of the universe, depicted with 4 faces symbolizing the 4 Vedas, the sacred texts of Hinduism. Alongside Brahma stands Lord Vishnu, the preserver, responsible for maintaining cosmic order and balance. Vishnu is often portrayed with his avatars, such as Lord Rama and Lord Krishna, who incarnate to restore righteousness and defeat evil. Another significant deity is Lord Shiva, the destroyer and transformer, embodying both destruction and regeneration. Shiva is depicted as the ascetic yogi meditating atop Mount Kailash, adorned with a crescent moon and the sacred river Ganga flowing from his hair. Goddesses play a vital role in Hindu mythology as well, with Devi, the divine feminine, representing the creative and nurturing aspects of the universe. Devi manifests in various forms, including Durga, the warrior goddess who vanquishes demons, and Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth and prosperity. Sarasvati, the goddess of knowledge, arts, and music, is revered for her wisdom and creativity. Each deity in Hinduism is worshipped with devotion and reverence, often through rituals, prayers, and ceremonies. Temples dedicated to these gods and goddesses serve as places of worship and pilgrimage, drawing devotees seeking spiritual solace and blessings. The rich tapestry of Hindu mythology is adorned with countless stories and legends surrounding these divine beings, illustrating their virtues, powers, and interactions with humans and other celestial beings. Through their worship, devotees seek not only material blessings but also spiritual enlightenment and divine grace, finding solace and inspiration in the presence of these timeless deities. What are the holy books of Hinduism? Hinduism is enriched with a treasure trove of sacred texts that serve as spiritual guides, moral compasses, and repositories of divine wisdom. Among these holy books, the Vedas, Puranas, Ramayana, and Bhagavad Gita stand out as foundational scriptures, each offering unique insights into the complexities of life, the universe, and the divine. The Vedas, considered the oldest scriptures in Hinduism, are a collection of hymns, rituals, and philosophical teachings passed down through generations by ancient sages known as rishis. Comprising four main texts, Rigveda, Samaveda, Yajurveda, and Atharvaveda. The Vedas explore diverse themes such as creation, cosmology, morality, and spiritual enlightenment. They are revered as the source of divine knowledge and the ultimate authority in matters of ritual and spirituality. The Puranas, on the other hand, are a vast compendium of mythological narratives, legends, and cosmological theories. These texts, divided into 18 major Puranas and numerous minor ones, delve into the lives of gods, goddesses, sages, and heroes, weaving together intricate tales of creation, destruction, and divine intervention. Through stories, parables, and allegories, the Puranas convey profound moral and philosophical lessons, elucidating the intricacies of Dharma and the eternal struggle between good and evil. The Ramayana, attributed to the sage Valmiki, narrates the epic journey of Lord Rama, an avatar of the god Vishnu, and his quest to rescue his beloved wife, Sita, from the clutches of the demon King Ravan. Filled with tales of valor, devotion, and sacrifice, the Ramayana exemplifies the virtues of righteousness, loyalty, and humility, inspiring generations of devotees to lead a life of virtue and righteousness. The Bhagavad Gita, a sacred dialogue between Lord Krishna and the warrior Prince Arjuna, forms a pivotal part of the Indian epic Mahabharata. Set on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, the Gita addresses profound questions of duty, morality, and the nature of existence. Gita offers practical guidance for leading a life of purpose, integrity, and spiritual fulfillment. These holy books, along with a myriad of other scriptures and texts, constitute the spiritual heritage of Hinduism, embodying timeless truths and eternal principles that continue to inspire and uplift humanity on its journey towards self-discovery and enlightenment. Languages in Hinduism. The evolution of language within Hinduism reflects a rich tapestry of cultural, historical, and linguistic influences spanning millennia. At its core lies Sanskrit, often hailed as the most scientific and structured language in ancient India, renowned for its precision, elegance, and versatility. Sanskrit, derived from the ancient Indo-Aryan language, flourished as the language of religious texts, philosophical treatises, and literary works during the Vedic period. The Vedas, Upanishads, and other sacred scriptures were composed in Sanskrit, establishing it as the language of spiritual discourse and philosophical inquiry. Over time, as Hinduism evolved and spread across the Indian subcontinent, Sanskrit underwent transformations and assimilated elements from regional languages and dialects. This gradual process of linguistic evolution gave rise to Prakrit, vernacular languages spoken by the common people, which eventually evolved into modern Indo-Aryan languages. During the medieval period, the Devanagari script emerged as a prominent writing system for Sanskrit and several regional languages, including Hindi. Devanagari, characterized by its distinct script and phonetic structure, provided a standardized means of writing Sanskrit texts and facilitated the dissemination of religious and literary works. As Hinduism continued to evolve and adapt to changing social and cultural contexts, regional languages such as Marathi, Bengali, Gujarati, and others emerged as vehicles for expressing religious beliefs, cultural values, and spiritual teachings. These languages, written in the Devanagari script, became repositories of Hindu religious texts, folklore, and devotional literature, enriching the cultural landscape of India. Today, Hindi, with its roots in Sanskrit and Prakrit, serves as one of the most widely spoken languages in India. The Devanagari script remains integral to Hindi, serving as its primary writing system and preserving a link to the ancient heritage of Sanskrit and classical literature. In essence, the evolution of language in Hinduism from Sanskrit to modern Hindi and other Indo-Aryan languages reflects the dynamic interplay of linguistic diversity, cultural exchange, and historical continuity, underscoring the enduring legacy of India's rich linguistic and spiritual heritage. Now, let's delve into some intriguing facts about Hinduism. Did you know that Hinduism is the world's oldest religion, with a history spanning over 4,000 years? Or that the cow is considered sacred in Hinduism, symbolizing nonviolence and motherhood? And let's not forget Diwali, the festival of lights, celebrated by millions around the globe. As we conclude our journey into the basics of Hinduism, encompassing its origin, history, beliefs, gods, and intriguing facts, we invite you to continue exploring this ancient and vibrant tradition, discovering its timeless wisdom and profound insights into the human experience. Thank you for joining us. If you found this video informative and insightful, please consider giving it a thumbs up, sharing it with your friends and family, and subscribing to our channel for more content like this.